Hello, I think I had to close that one out.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I don't know if it's got the other one still going.
No, it ended.
No, like the chat's still going.
Oh, well, the chat might still be going, but the broadcast ended.
I love now. I really want. I have to say toodles. All right, I just added the link over to this one.
Okay.
So
cool.
I don't know how many people are still in there.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging with us. Those that can, those that can't, we totally understand. We started later and
it's a totally different morning.
Yeah, but that's cool. Well, let's go ahead and get into the topic so hopefully we don't lose everybody again.
Nobody comes for the topic, Tangi. They just come to rant and rave.
Oh, wait a minute. This is part 2. That was part 1.
Yeah, part 1, part 2. I was just being a genius. Tara says, I can't stay long.
That's okay.
That's okay. We're just hanging out. Okay, so I will tell you, and I think the proof is in the pudding. What'd she do? Wait a minute, for what?
What?
Oh, I thought I just heard, wait a minute. Okay, proof is in the pudding. I went back to journaling. I lost 2 pounds. I see where I'm going. Even when I'm not exactly counting points, writing it down is holding me accountable. I'm making really good choices. It's nice to see, like, this is what I'm doing. It helps me to be focused on planning, because having a plan is for success. Otherwise, you plan to fail. So how's that going, Tangi?
Cue the music. Hang on, let me go turn my son's phone off. He got grounded.
Dude, that was like the most awesome intro ever.
I know,
epic.
Right?
It was epic.
So yeah, no, I didn't journal this week, which is probably why I gained so much weight back. So yeah, plus I think my lady time is nearing, which I think is also contributes to the weight gain. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Whenever I write it down, when I see the points, you make better choices, because you're like, oh, well, I've already got this many points in, so I can't, I've got to be careful. But whenever you're not, it's so easy to lose track, and it's so easy to just say, well, I've already blown it this, today. I'm just gonna keep on killing it.
Somebody said about chocolate cake. I will say I was really excited because one of the old recipes I used to do, I don't know if y'all know this one, it's like a Jello pudding, I call it. No, a Jello pie. It's not really Jello, but it's a Jello pie. So it is 2 little containers of low-fat yogurt, a box of sugar-free Jello, a tub of Cool Whip, like the sugar-free, fat-free Cool Whip, and then a reduced fat graham cracker crust. So you take and you do like 1/4 cup of boiling water for the Jello. You mix it all up, and then you add the yogurt in there. You mix it all up. You fold it in the Cool Whip, and then you pour it in the crust, and you let it sit for 2 hours. I think I didn't get a reduced fat crust because I couldn't find one, but it was like 4 points. It was divine. No, but dude, it tastes like it's nice and cold for summer, which is good. Mm-hmm. It's really nice and cold for summer and stuff, but yeah. It was it's so perfect.
6 times says, I'm confused. When I scan the blueberries, it says 4 points for 1 cup, but in the pocket guide, it says 0 points. It's 0 points. If you're doing the smart points system, it is 0 points. I think in the classic points, fruit counts, doesn't it?
Fruit counts. It has points. It's not a free food. The free foods are mostly like tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, peppers, and really what it comes down to, because Sodbuster's asking, so you're back on Weight Watchers, you shared that you don't want to do sugar like stevia, and we know sugar's evil. What are you doing? Okay, sugar is evil. But you know what's really evil about sugar is the abundance of sugar. So it's with that. So I'm doing Classic Weight Watchers. So Classic Weight Watchers, the way that the points are calculated is every 50 calories is a point. Every 12 grams of fat is a point. Every 5 grams of fiber, you can minus a point. So you want to have a high fiber, low fat, low calorie, traditional diet food style, but high fiber. So I don't mind stevia. What I found, because I'm eating the carbs, I know this is going to sound crazy, I'm not craving carbs and I'm not craving sweet, if that makes sense. Because before, what I was doing was I would just start avalanching the sweetness into my coffee with the pure. And what I found is, because I have introduced some of the carbs back, I'm not going nuts over sweet, looking for sweet. And I'm having my fiber-wise brownies. If you go back to some of my older videos, I'm all like, fiber-wise brownie last year. Those are some of my favorite ones. And they're high in fiber. They actually come to one classic point. There's sugar in it. But to be honest with you, it's not an abundance of sugar. You know, it's just a little bit. So I feel like I'm actually maintaining a balance. I'm not going sugar-free. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear myself through your thing.
You can? Is there an echo with everybody else? I've got my earbuds in, but I never took that in.
And they're plugged all the way in?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe it's on my part.
No,
you're fine. It's fine now.
That's weird. Well, and that's what I've said that I like about Weight Watchers, is it's all about teaching moderation. It's all about teaching portion control. It's all about.
Oh man, where you at?
Somebody was calling. I'm right here. Somebody was trying to call me.
What happened?
But it's all about. It's just the moderation and being able to have those things, but learning how much you can have. By House of Littles.
And it goes back to you have to journal it. You have to really keep tabs on it, because I can thoughtlessly eat. And when I thoughtlessly eat, I'm not writing it down. And I'm just eating too much. So it's been nice. How did I lose you? Oh, I have it stuck on you. I did it again. Dang it. How did I do that?
It's not toggling? It's just
me. It's not toggling.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hi. I can hide you from the broadcast. That is so cool. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm doing it.
Did you see my face? I was like.
So, but it comes down into writing it out and being very conscious of eating it, and then being honest about what you're eating. So I wasn't 100% on. Sunday night, my mom wanted to cook for my husband's birthday. She wanted to cook steaks, and she had this big thing of vegetables, and I stuck to the vegetables. I probably ate half a cauliflower, and I just kissed the dip, and I ate a pile of it. I didn't track any of it. And then I had some crackers, and I'm like, and the whole time I was eating the crackers, I'm like, I love these crackers, but I better be careful. This is red light food. This is food that I could go and eat too much of. I better not. And so, and I was mentally tracking that. I had half a potato. I had a little bit of steak. Like, she took a London broil and sliced it after she cooked it. It was perfect. I forgot how much I loved eating it that way. And it really did good portion control. And then I had a cupcake and some ice cream. But I still, again, was like, I could so eat more. And I'm like, but I don't need to. So I need to stop. Mm-hmm. And I did that portion control. I came home. As brought, I went to my mom's. There was a cupcake involved. There was some steak involved. And I just left it at that. But I was conscious the whole time. And then, I don't know what happened Monday. And then yesterday we went to Cracker Barrel, and I cannot remember how many points I ate, but to be honest, I get the blackened catfish, because I think that's like 4 points, 5 points is really little. And then I had a thing of greens, and I had a thing of pinto beans. But I went to order 2 fillets, and they only sent me 1. So in the end, because I knew I really needed that second one, and it would have been low points, I ate like a third of my kid's cheeseburger.
Emily's birthday's on Saturday. So here's what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
Okay, so she's asked for, because you know how it is when your baby has a birthday, you say, what do you want mama to fix for you, honey? So we don't do birthday cake. She's asked for my homemade oatmeal cream pies, and she wants root beer floats. So here's what I'm going to do for myself. Have y'all seen the low point 2 ingredient ice cream sandwiches for Weight Watchers, the Smart Points? I think there's like 2. You get the reduced fat graham crackers from Aldi, and then you get the sugar-free, the Fit and Active Cool Whip.
Oh yeah. They're good.
It's like 2 points or less or something. I can't remember. So that's what I'm going to make for myself. So that way I can celebrate 2, but I'm going to celebrate smarter. And then she wants, we're going to do hamburgers. We're going to do, okay, so when I was helping my friend with her bakery last year, one of the things that we had on the menu was smoked Gouda pimento cheese, house made. And so Emily wants that to put on the burgers. That's going to be good. But I'm probably just going to have the meat without the buns. Actually, I prefer that. I love hamburgers, but sometimes I just want the meat and the toppings. So, anyway, okay.
I'm with Katie. She says, can't you do a root beer float with Ziva and Halo ice cream? That's where I was at.
That sounds good. But that's more expensive. So I'm probably just going to stick with my Aldi Fit and Active.
That's right.
Thing. But let's see.
But I do agree, junk is easier. But at the same time, like, this is why I like being back to classic. For one, I will tell you that even though, like, I've had a few meals where I'm like, I'm not going to exactly count this, but I'm going to make good decisions. I feel like I was given grace, where after the time doing the ketos and always trying to, do this because it's supposed to be easier, I don't feel like there's that grace. Like I talked about last week. And I lost 2 pounds. I had a couple of grace meals. I didn't go over the top, but I was able to, have a little bit. And it was good. I should toggle. It was a good, it was a good way to get going. The other part I like too is I know there's certain things I want to eat junk. I'm sorry. As much as we want to be like, hey, we eat whole foods and we eat all natural and it's organic and blah, 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 blah. There's just some realities that it's not one convenient, it's not one cheap, and it's not always easy, nor is it always desired. I mean, we could all sit on our soapboxes and preach to the world about this is the best way to eat, blah, 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 but we know you got some mac and cheese up in that cabinet. I'm just saying. I don't, because my kids won't eat it.
Really?
My kids won't eat.
Don't like mac and cheese?
My kids do not like macaroni and cheese. I make macaroni and cheese for 3. One for me, enough for my husband. And I'll make it from scratch. And listen, when I make it from scratch, mine has mustard in it. Mine has garlic and onion. When I make macaroni and cheese, I make it from scratch and it has mustard, onion, and garlic in it. And with sliced onions on top and sliced tomatoes. We make it like old school. Girl, it is like
good.
It's fantastic. But I make enough for me. I make enough for my husband. And then there's like one serving that the kids will eat 2 things of. I don't know why they don't like it.
Oh, Mommy Geek. Did you watch her Wellness Wednesday, her most recent one?
I haven't watched YouTube in a while.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay, so I watched hers. I don't watch much either, but I try to catch them every now and then. But I watched her last Wellness Wednesday, and she was so real and so transparent. I was like, yes, because this is going to speak to the heart of a lot of people. And I think what she said was just really, really powerful. And I think it's going to help liberate and free some people because
So when I get off here, I'm watching Mama Geek TV.
Yes. And she talked about the conversation she had with her doctor because she is under a doctor's care on this journey, and which I just loved it. So you guys have to, if you're not subscribed to Mommy Geek TV, be sure to do that and then watch her video because it was just really, really great. And she talked about her plan. She talked about how she's watching her portions, how she's changed the dishes in her house to help with her portion control. She's taken a step at a time because it really is. For a lot of people, losing weight is overwhelming because they're looking at how much they need to lose. But really, and it can be for anyone who needs to lose, 200 pounds to someone who just needs to lose 20 pounds. It can be overwhelming because it's work. Losing weight is work. And the best thing to do is to take just one step at a time. Make one small change at a time.
Listen, if you lose half a pound a week, just half a pound, that's 26 pounds a year. At the end of 4 years, you will have lost 100 pounds if that's what you needed. You didn't gain 100 pounds in a year. You didn't gain 100 pounds last week. You probably gained 100 pounds over a couple of years. Mm-hmm. So you can do it. I mean, it is the small changes. Because let me tell you right now, me being frustrated, I was only losing 1/10 of a pound over the last 20 weeks would have been 10 pounds I lost versus the 26 pounds I gained. Mm-hmm. Or I didn't gain 26 pounds. I gained 20 pounds or whatever versus the 20 pounds I gained. So even a small loss is still to be celebrated because it's a loss.
Exactly. And a lot of times I think it's what's the word? For me, I like something tangible to show me how much, because you're like, oh, well, I only lost 5 pounds. Don't say only. Have you held a 5-pound bag of flour and just walked to the grocery store with it?
It's a lot.
It is. You realize how tired your arm is getting? Well, that was on your joints. You walked around with that for however long you had it. So just losing 5 pounds, losing 2 pounds is nothing to scoff at because, like I said, that was on your frame, that was on your spine, that was on your knees, and now it's gone. Celebrate those small goals.
I have to also share what else my kids don't eat. Don't laugh. They don't like chicken nuggets.
Really?
They don't.
Well, that's good. That's good.
They don't like hot dogs. They don't like macaroni and cheese. Good. Tell me another convenient food they don't. Every super easy convenient food that I could throw at them, they don't like. You got another one? What's another one? They'll eat ramen noodles.
Oh, yeah. My son loves ramen noodles. I don't buy them very often because they are horrible, and he'll eat a box of it in a week if I let him.
I will tell you, when I make ramen noodles for my kids, I would can chicken, like a pint of chicken. I'd take a pint of chicken, I would take a pound of frozen vegetables, and I'd cook ramen noodles with that. So I made a full meal with all the wax covered garbage food. Mm-hmm. So they would eat it that way, but I don't know. They don't live off that stuff. But I think it has to do with I don't know. I guess I don't want to say I fed them real food, but I was a major scratch cooker for years. My kids would rather me cook beans and rice. Mm-hmm. When I cook beans and rice, they're like, "You love us." I made black-eyed peas so I take ground sausage, I make black-eyed peas with onions and peppers. And I cooked that the other night with a big pot of rice, and they're like, "Mom, we know you love us."
Aw, that's so cute.
They're so funny.
6 times said one of my kids will not eat condiments. He wants everything plain. That's funny. Now, when I was growing up, we never had hamburger helper at our house. Never. And why? Because my dad didn't like it. My dad loves from scratch cooking, and so my mom was like, he doesn't like anything easy. So
my husband loves hamburger helper. Loves it.
Really?
He lived on hamburger helper, spaghetti and pork chops growing up, and white chicken breasts and black beans. Those are not grown up in college. That's what he ate. Hamburger helper. It was all I need to do was buy 6 hamburger helper boxes and we were good. So I didn't like hamburger helper. I think it tastes like cardboard. So what I would do is I'd go and I would write down the different hamburger helper styles that they had. Mm-hmm. And then I would go home and make some version of hamburger helper. I'd just make DIY hamburger helper all the time. Mm-hmm. So whatever they had, I would just I'd make a cheeseburger cheeseburger hamburger helper. And so I had all these different recipes that I used on him because he wanted hamburger helper. And then he got so used to eating my hamburger helper that when I would kind of want to cheat and be like, okay, I'll get you a box of hamburger helper because I'm not eating this, he was like, this tastes horrible. And I'm like, you think? You think? Of course it does. But you weren't used to eating real food.
Right. Yeah. Now, when we first got married, we did hamburger helper. Of course, that was before I knew a lot of what I know now. And it was cheap. And so he and we would have, like, I would get like tuna helper, and we would have
tuna helper.
And then there would be enough for lunch for us to take to work the next day. But yeah, I did buy a hamburger helper. When was it? It was a few weeks ago, but it was the first time I had bought one in years. But I was like, I just wanted it on standby for what?
Well, I was going to say, so I did like that big video, like a large family RV living, small house, whatever food haul I did when we were living in here in the travel trailer together. And it was like a huge video. Like everybody loved it immediately. Anyways, I bought 4 boxes of hamburger helper because for my family, it takes 2 boxes to make a meal, right? Takes 2 boxes to make a meal. I still have the other 2 boxes left.
Really?
Since November. So since November, in October, I bought 4 boxes of hamburger helper for 2 meals. We only ate one of those. I still have the other 2 boxes. And I'm like, yeah, I really ought to use that for lunches, though, for my kids. And I mean, I know, like, I don't know. I feel like there's so much judgment anymore. I'm saying this, and I know I might get haters later. Like, you're supposed to cook this and all this from scratch. Listen, us mamas that are home with our kids all day make 3 meals a day, every day of the week, plus snacks. It's just nice to have an alternative.
Can I say, and since you brought that up, I'm gonna tell you something. Like,
tell us, girl.
I normally don't care what people that I don't know think, but there was one time. This was it early last year? We were broke. Like, we had a lot of unexpected expenses that came up at one time. And we were broke. We had no money in the bank, none. And we were needing groceries. Okay. And so I went through our pickle jar and I rolled change, and I rolled $50 in change. I was so thankful to be able to get groceries. I was elated. I was just thankful. But because I had to make that money stretch, I got a lot of cheap food that a lot of people look down on and want to have an opinion about in the comment section of the videos. So I didn't film that grocery haul because I said, I can't remember if I told you or if I told Amanda, I said, I am so thankful for this food. I'm not going to let anybody poo-poo on it. Because that's how people think. It's like, they know how to raise your family better than you do. They know how to feed you better than you do. And it's stupid. I mean, yes, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but to judge someone in that way is just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm done.
Well, and it goes into, a lot of times they would rather, what? I'm manually clicking it over. I'm getting it. Because a lot of times, and this is true, because I have yet to make a video, and I just want to slam this idea of tiny house living. It's garbage. I'm sorry if you are one of the million that are in the romantic delusion that this is fun. This works if you need it to work, because you have nothing going on at home. But if you're a homebody with 6 kids, it is horrible. Horrible. If I could, I'd buy a mansion at this point, because it is just not fun. Things are broken. Things are just ruined. Things are out. Things are messy. You're losing stuff. It is too hard. And that goes into the food thing, and I don't know what has happened to our society lately in the last few years, but there's all this finger pointing and judging of what everybody's worried about, what they want everybody else to be. But yet in the reality is they're doing everything that they're picking on everybody else for doing. You know, they're sitting there like, you know, I can't believe that you would stock your shelves with all that macaroni and cheese. Don't you know, like, there's this colored yellow in it and there's this stuff. You know what? It's like, I do know. I do know. And sometimes that cheap food gets you through. And sometimes it's better to have a full belly. Sometimes being a full belly is the only thing you can afford to have.
Right.
And if you got to, you do it with rice. And so, it's just sad because there's a lot of people with a lot of assumptions that are worried about what everybody else is doing, and they've turned it into their business. And a lot of times it's because they don't want to be accountable for what they're doing. Kind of deal. And they have, and then, and I'm sure it's here, and I'm sure you have it too. You guys, and what you meet me, when you come and meet Just So Trish, you're meeting Trish, but you're meeting this little side that I've either had time to share with you, want to share with you, or want to encourage you by. There's a whole 90% of me you have yet to meet. If you meet me in person, my personality is exactly the same. My personality is completely there. But there's some stuff I'm just not going to ever share with you. I'm not going to be there. I'm giving you 5 to 10% of me. What happens is, and it happens with all of us that do YouTube, is you then come up and you decide to assume the other 90% for what fits you on who you want me to be. And when I share a little something else that doesn't fit that delusion you might have created of me, I say delusionally, lovingly, you might get mad. But the truth is, this is who I am. Truth is, that's who Tangi is. As Tangi is, you know, growing her garden and cooking from scratch, you might come up with some concept that she's a vegan hippie, you know, or, you know, in the South that's growing her own food to do these different things. And then she pulls up because she's got Domino's pizza. What about what happened when you had Domino's pizza? Everybody's like, what? Yeah. You're like the new major thing. And it's like, well, that's because you're seeing 10% of me. There's still a whole lot more you haven't seen.
Right.
Anyways, that's my soapbox for today.
Yep. But it's so true, though. It's so very, very true. And that's, yeah. And I love that you pointed to that out. Yes. I would love, like my goal in the future is I would love to be able to feed my family like Rebecca Rhodes feeds hers, sweetening with the maple syrups and doing all this stuff. But I'm not in that season of life. I can't afford that lifestyle right now. But that's one of the reasons why I'm growing as much of my own food as I can, is so that way that money will loosen up and I can apply it to healthier choices. But even still, even when I'm cooking like Rebecca Rhodes, like I want to, you will still find Velveeta in my house because my husband loves it with his nachos. And yes, you will find tortilla chips, and you will find the occasional cream of something soup. That's just
come on. You don't think the Rhodes have a secret stash of something in the back somewhere?
As long as it's gluten-free and organic. Yes, I'm sure
they make gluten-free organic garbage too.
No, I'm saying.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm doing the convenient food. I'm doing as much convenient food as I can. But as I'm doing it, I'm craving some more of the homemade stuff. I'm getting those little canned biscuits. I mean, the little tiny canned biscuits like this because it's easy. And it's for me to make biscuits. Right. And then I would have to clean my counter off to make biscuits from scratch. And I know every time I make those are 1 classic point per biscuit. So like it's easy to moderate my amount. It's just convenient. Last night for dinner, I did a lean cuisine chicken Alfredo. But I added 2 cups of broccoli from my frozen stash broccoli, stuck on the plate, microwaved them with my microwave dinner, mixed it all up. Is it the best thing ever? No. But did it get me through, and was it a positive choice? Yeah. And sometimes it's more important to do a positive choice than a perfect choice. I had 1 cupcake. That's a positive choice over eating the whole cake. The perfect choice would have been I wouldn't have anything and I would have had something else. I didn't have that option, so I made a positive choice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Positive choices, going back to Mama Geek TV, are the little steps that get you to success. Yes. Because when you're working for perfect choices, it's either pass or fail, pass or fail, pass or fail. Mm-hmm. And not to bash keto, because keto's working. Farmer Mima is showing that it's worked. In my place, it was perfection, not a better.
Right.
You know,
mm-hmm.
a positive choice. And it would shoot me down all the time. So you guys have got to journal, and journal for your personal accountability, to make you mindful of what you eat, but not for the place of judgment. And you know, when you post a picture of stuff to Instagram and that, you're going to get people that want to have a delusion of how things are supposed to be, and they want to implement it on you before them. Mm-hmm. Or they want it, or they're able to balance it, but they're not raising children. They're not raising children in a situation you are. They're not balancing that personal side that you are. And so when they come here, they're coming from a place that, yeah, maybe they are doing it all the right ways, but they might not be living the life that's as rich and as full as yours. Mm-hmm. In order to do that. And to be honest, I'm not going to lose the richness of my family, of my life, just to be a perfectionist on some bandwagon of this is preferred eating. Do I think it would be better? Yes. Is it convenient? No. When it gets convenient, it will be here. I want to laugh. Mustard Seed says, since we're confessing here, I like McDonald's. Me too, baby. Me too. I think of it as your journal is where you can be completely honest with everything and what you eat and how you feel. I swear tracking how you are feeling along with what you are eating really helps. I agree.
That's a good idea. And also, hi Simply7. Josh is popping in.
Oh, hey, Simply7. Crystal says, we are at a negative today, but I have the stuff for chili dogs and fries for the family, and I'll be having a lean cuisine. That's what happened yesterday. They had pancakes. My kids were, I'm like, I don't want to cook. We went out to lunch. I don't feel like cooking. And my kids are like, we'll make pancakes. I'm like, ding, ding, ding. We need to be having pancakes like once a week that you guys are making. This is good for me. I'm like, we need to be eating breakfast once a week, and you guys cook it. Because, and I will say, before this move to the little house, my kids cooked a lot more than they do now. And now I'm like, the only way dishes are getting done is if I do them. Because there's not a place to put them all. It's a big mess when we do dishes. We just need to move. Y'all remember to pray for me when it comes time to move in. Trading Essence says, we used to live on the WIC checks and the little bit we could afford besides. I cannot even describe how grateful I am that I can buy my own groceries now. Amen.
Yep. I've been there, done that. Yep.
God knows our hearts. We're humans and we're all unique. That's the way the Lord created. That's right. Because it would be so boring if we're all the same one. Mm-hmm. The fact that I can grow a lot of my groceries now thrills me to tears. Yay.
Yes, I'm right there with you.
I crave Mickey D's all through my first pregnancy. Yep. Miracle of our creators, not two people are 100%. Yep. Talk about all this food. I'm kind of hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. Hey, we look fabulous today. Thank you. I'm feeling good. Are you feeling good? Even though you gained a little weight back, are you feeling good? You look fantastic.
It's the foundation. I'm using this new foundation. It's amazing. It makes my skin glowy and dewy.
I'm running into, somebody had sent me, some company had sent something. They didn't even ask for a review or anything. They're like, hey, would you like to look at this? And they sent me like a facial cleaner. I'm not going to lie. There's like the scrub thingy. I did a video. I haven't put it all together, but you clean. It's probably a boring one. It's me looking at this stuff, laughing, being ridiculous. But it feels so good. Like my face, it's nasty from walking, but it feels so good. And I don't know. I haven't put any makeup on. But did y'all see my picture with my like adorable, hilarious hairdresser on Instagram? She has like white and black hair. Her hair's all white and black and she's all funky. She's so funky. She's not meant for this little tiny town, but she's here. And she works, and then the crazy part, then on top of it, she works at Fantastic Sam's. And I'm like, she's like, but it lets me meet people and change the world. So I'm like, that's cool. I'm good, or I tip her big, like she's a big do salon. So
That's awesome.
did you color your hairdo? Yes, I did. It is, I don't have good coloring, but see, like the major gray is not there. Like the big lumps of gray is no longer there. And then you can't really see it, but you can kind of see you can see it, but you can't. I have a bunch of lighting on there.
My bottle of foundation. Do you know what foundation is? It's my bottle of makeup, and it's got a big black cap on it. It's in my drawer. Yeah, look at my drawer. Go get it.
I wonder if that's Emily or Parker.
I'm talking to Parker because I don't remember what kind of foundation it is, and somebody asked me.
Yeah, so we did late today. How are you feeling about coming in a little later?
Well, I'm okay with it, but just remember, I start jury duty next week. So I won't be on next week at all because I have to actually go. I have to go there. But I'm going to dress as the Grim Reaper, so maybe they won't call me back. Maybe they won't assign me to any of the trials. That's it. Thank you. I forgot what kind it was. I got it at Dollar General. And
you did?
Uh-huh. And it's called Maybelline Fit Me. And it's dewy and smooth. And you know what's funny is this is the classic ivory, which is the next to the lightest shade that they make. But this is me with a tan. Hello, I am Irish and English and German and Scottish. I am as white as they come. Anyway.
Oh, that's funny. So everybody else says they love it. I don't know. Next week, I actually have to drive my kids to camp. I don't know what just happened to her.
My, it's
must be getting a phone call.
No, I've got 20% battery life.
I have to take my kids to camp, so it won't be Wednesday. It might have to be like, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Man, these things make my ear. Do you have that where you put them in? And it's like, I feel like I'm picking my ear. My ears itch from these things.
No, but I have, these are like athletic thingies for back when I was delusional and decided I was going to start running. But it's got those little rubber thingies on them, so they're comfortable.
Oh, there's some information going on Plexus. I don't know anything about Plexus. I haven't heard. I mean, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to let y'all have that conversation. I'm going to read it. Gina wore that foundation yesterday. She said it stayed on all days.
It is. I love it. And it's really, like I said, it really makes my skin look nice and healthy. I like it a lot.
Well, the one that got sent to me, like, so it's this really cool, like, scrub thingy. I'm not going to lie. It feels like a wire brush when you first get it. And then when you soak it, it gets really soft.
Uh-huh.
And, you put like the cleanser on and you do it. It feels great. And I've used it with my other face cleanser. And you have a toner, and then you have a face cream, and then you have like the eye cream and all that. But like the big thing when I was reading all the stuff, like there's no alcohol in it, there's no paraffins. It's like just natural oils and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit like, But it's a month's worth, so I'm curious to see what will happen to my face, if I'll have any positive changes.
There was somebody, when I was doing coffee chat, I can't remember what her name was, but she told me about this company. I'm gonna try to see if they'll send me some stuff to review. But it's called Root Pretty. But it's an all natural, because I have sensitive skin, so I do have to be careful about what kind of over the counter makeup that I use. But it's called Root Pretty, and it's an all natural makeup line, and it looks really good. It's a little on the pricey side, but it is cheaper than a lot of your high-end makeups. Like if you buy MAC and all that stuff, it's a lot cheaper than that. But it's more expensive than like your CoverGirls and Maybellines and stuff.
Here's what I'm running into. Y'all tell me. So turning 40 in like almost 6 months. Perimenopause is here. Peri, not menopause, but peri.
Josh said I only wear makeup on special days.
Oh, that's so pretty. A little lip gloss, be all good. Here's what I'm running into, and I don't know if it's the humidity, but it's been since we've been in the other house. Right here, I've been having like little what is that called? Breakouts?
Breakouts.
Is it breakout? Breakout. I'm thinking breakdown. But I've been having that where I've never had that before, and a couple other spots. But that's like not cleaning my face, doing nothing to my face. But I'm not sure if it's the humidity in the house, because the house is so tiny anyways, it's humid, or what, or if it's just perimenopause. I mean, do you start having stress breakouts? I didn't know that. I've never, I'm not a pimply person. I never was pimply because I'm so dry, and now I feel slimy. How do you know you're peri? I don't think I'm even peri yet, and I'm 46. Peri isn't an age, it's a season. There's a lot. Look it up. I don't want to go through my symptoms as it is, but my period, my spacing of my stuff has changed a lot, and some other stuff. Like my teeth hurt. That's another symptom like people don't talk about. My teeth hurt. But there's a lot of symptoms. I started it 3 years ago. I started peri 3 years ago, so when I was 36, I started peri. But my mom had a hysterectomy early, so she didn't really have those things. But you have some symptoms, and looking back, she really showed the symptoms of peri at this age. My grandmother was done by 42. So, I mean, we kind of go early. Yeah, so, but from what I understand, if I keep having kids, I can prolong it. Oh, so anyways. I'm British and German, TNG. I call myself a Ginger Chris.
Yeah, people are saying they can't see me, and now one lady says she can't see me or you.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Refresh.
Maybe refresh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm 37, just turned, and I mean, I noticed changes after I had my son, but I also had my tubes tied, and my doctor said that there wouldn't be any changes, but there were.
It's a man, right? Totally a man.
No.
Oh, it's a woman. I like this one. Wannabe says, yeah, you should look it up. My teeth and my period time has changed too. Yeah, my teeth, man.
Hey, that's Heather. She's changed her channel name.
Oh, is it?
Cool.
Google outages in different locations. Oh, there's Google outages.
Oh. Well, there you go.
There you go. So anyways, who's going to be journaling this week, ladies? Because I will be.
Yes, I will. By golly.
I need to make a menu plan. That's what I need. I need a menu plan because I used to make some pretty elaborate menu plans. In fact, talk for a minute. Let me see.
Okay, yeah, because my face is right there, and I didn't realize that it was on there, so that's why I kept getting close to the camera. Sorry, I am so unaware of myself. Anyway, so how y'all doing? All of a sudden, I felt really awkward and don't know what to talk about. Y'all start saying stuff. Come on, what you got? What you got? Oh, she's back. She rescued me. No more kids here either. Tubes tied. No journaling here. Not my thing. Yeah, Farmer Mimo. Don't.
Yeah, she'll need to. So I went and grabbed the Holy Grail. My Holy Grail. You ready?
Sure. Wait a minute. You gotta click it on you.
Oh, right? Oh, that's right. All right. You ready?
Okay. Is that your classic point stuff?
This is my my scrapbook. So see.
Cute.
It's messy though. This is my recipe binder.
Cool.
And I have see sometimes they're on papers like this. This is my jambalaya recipe. These are things I haven't cooked for so long. And way I put things together, but a lot of them I have points too. I have the freezer cooking, and then I have all of my notes, cabbage rolls. But this is the food I used to cook when I was talking about meal planning. But somewhere in here I have I have, oh, look, it's even written on backwards. I actually have full out meal plans that I've not made when I'd freezer cook. Back when I used to be more organized. Oh, here's one. June, and like I wrote when I created it, June 2010.
Oh, wow.
That's back when I was organized. That's how old this binder is.
I was going to say that was like, what, four kids ago?
Maybe. Like I even have like where I'd rip out the pages I liked in a magazine and I put them in page protectors.
Awesome.
Like exercising and stuff. So like for me, this is kind of like where I need to go because this is, you know, when I was doing this kind of food. Well, because sometimes you outgrow it, you have to start your next one.
Awesome.
So, I mean, but look at the you know you in bad shape right here when it's not even in the binder.
Yep.
This is it. This is it, y'all. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it. The best soup recipe there is. And I made these cards. I like on a website. I actually have a spot where I have all my cards. So it's a little beat up. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. It's really hilarious because this really means it. That's my recipe card.
Ghetto soup. All right.
Look, it's cinder blocks for tires.
Oh, that's
grass is hot.
Funny.
Yeah, because I would make these all the time. It is 2 pounds of ground meat, 2 cups of potatoes diced. I use the frozen southern hash browns, 1 frozen bag of vegetable gumbo, 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of chicken base, and water. That's all it is. And I think sometimes I'd add, I don't know. I don't have it on here. It's not much because I think it would make like a gallon and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So think for a minute. 2, 4, what is that? 16 cups.
Mm-hmm.
So 16 1-cup servings. 2 pounds of ground meat. I mean, you can use turkey, whatever. Like I had a pile of recipes for ground meat because I was like, whatever, deer meat, whatever I had. 2 cups of potatoes, not much. Frozen gumbo. I mean, that's the frozen gumbo that you have all the vegetables chunked up, and then you even have like there's like frozen tomatoes in the midst of that. You know, it's like in the clear bag at the grocery store. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Diced tomatoes has nothing in it. I mean, really, your only calorie point stuff is coming from your meat, your potatoes, and you know, like the starches from your vegetable gumbo and your potatoes. But that's it. Divided by 16, that's nothing.
Right. Yeah.
I'll take a picture of that, y'all. Yeah. I think I have this somewhere where you can download. This is a 5x7. I have like a huge collection of recipe cards. Like I wanted to share them with you guys, but like every time I make a video, I feel like a ding dong trying to talk about them. I just was like not feeling it. Here, wait. Go ahead. Oh, see, I did that thing again. Talk for a second. I think I got it.
Okay. She did it again. No, I'm kidding. So I'll just read some of these. I will tell you guys, whenever I had my tubes tied, it was because I had blood issues with pregnancy, and so it was just better not to have anymore. But yeah, I would have, if I could have, I would have had a house full probably. Let's see. All right, Green Gables, you have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, I need to have a productive day too. Got a lot today.
I don't know. I have like a crazy, insane box that I have it. Bye, Green Gables. Keep having babies, Trish. That's the train I'm on. Man, I'm tired. House Little says, hey, you guys, are you still here? Had to bathe the kids. It was getting stinky up in here. Ha, 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 ha. Meanwhile, I mentioned that to him, and he doesn't. Okay. Trish, I love you so much. I love you too, Carrie. Carrie was around when I'd make stuff like that all the time.
Aw.
Oh, but now Green Gables has got to go. I thought tomatoes had sugar in them. Hey, but I'm not riding the sugar train because I'm not doing keto, so I can eat tomatoes. Just that.
Yeah.
You know?
Natural occurring sugars do not bother me at all. I don't count those.
Yeah, I don't count those either. I've enjoyed this video today, and I've gotten many photos edited from a session I did this weekend. Yay,
Awesome.
Mama Geek! Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
I
She
mean,
does take beautiful photos.
here's my big thing is like when you're having a hard time meal planning and like you have to have a meal plan to go, we got to leave. We got to get done with this show because otherwise we're getting nothing done today.
I know. It's almost 10 o'clock my time.
I just want to, it's 11 mine. I'm going to go to lunch in my house. My thing is, if you want a meal plan, then you need to have your recipes ready. The recipes you eat, not a cookbook, because for me, a cookbook is not really recipes I eat. You know what I mean? You look like you're going to fall asleep.
No, I know what you mean. I'm just thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
Because you got to have like the recipes you eat. So my big thing is get a binder because then you can just print out the recipes you want off a website or whatever. You print them anyways. And print them out, put them in a 3-ring, like here's breakfast ideas, here's lunch ideas, here's lunch. But the big part is it's not a cookbook with all these weird recipes where I'm not going to lie, I might get a cookbook and only use 4 recipes out of it. A whole cookbook. How about you? Do you do that where you collect a cookbook and you don't really cook out of it?
Yeah. There's very few recipe or cookbooks that I have that I use regularly. So I actually purged a bunch of cookbooks when I did the Great Purge of 2017. I got rid of half of my cookbooks.
Yeah, I just am like, man. All right, we really got to go. Yeah. Give me your prayer requests. I'm writing them down. I got the thing. So y'all start handing them to me. I will tell you, my mom had her biopsy Friday. Not Friday, yesterday, Tuesday. They went in there, so she's not gonna. It's the waiting game now. She probably won't be told till Monday, or whatever. She's trying to be realistic, and I don't know. For those of you that have had cancer and all that, she's like, I kind of feel the burning, like it probably is the cancer, not just something benign.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. I want to be. Sorry, I'm saying that. I'm doing my things. And then keep just prayers that the house gets closed. We have a contract on our house, but it doesn't close until the person's other house closes. So pray that her house gets sold and closed, and then we can go. Yeah. And be done. And then we build a house.
When I was doing my Wellness Wednesday live on my channel this morning, Michelle Cutler popped in and said that she was listening, but she was fixing to go into the OR. And she said, pray that it's not cancer. So I guess she's having a biopsy done today. So let's pray for her.
Okay. All right. Only because these comments won't stay here, we're hoping God gives us. All right, so I'm just going to put unspoken for another blessing. Growing family blessings. All right, see, I didn't say that one out loud. Because you said, pray for me as I'm dealing with some family issues at the moment. Okay. I got my grace. Did you get that one? Were you going to read me that one?
Yeah.
I'll put family drama.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what happened to you?
My phone is dying. It was telling me 10%.
You can't plug in?
I could if I had my charger with me. It's in my room.
I think Pioneer Woman's the bomb too, but not really low fat at all.
She's a good country cook.
She's the way I like to eat.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anybody else? We kind of went late. Everybody's left.
I know. Well, we started late. We went late. But yeah.
So I'm going to do clickbait. I'm going to tell y'all my clickbait so y'all know it's going to be funny. So here's my title. I'm going to title it. My husband wants another baby and I gave in.
Okay.
So he's been hounding me. He wants another baby. So I, for his birthday, got him a puppy.
I love it.
And I told him, every time you ask me for another baby, I'm going to get you another puppy. So stop asking.
That's funny.
Too many prayer requests. I think the devil's really at work. So we're just going to pray a hedge around Sodbuster. Mama Geek's father-in-law. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're fine. Crystal said, my husband has a pain in his lungs. He smoked for a long time. Pray it's nothing. Mustard Seedish said her dad, he's not doing well since mom passed away, married for 49 years. Pray for his salvation and peace. Okay, We Tree still needs, okay.
Hold on, I'm not a quick writer.
Tell me when.
I'm trying to figure out how to abbreviate these. Sometimes mustard seed. All right, tell me mustard seeds again.
To pray for her dad for his peace and salvation. He's having a hard time since his wife passed. Her mom.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's the next one after mustard seed? Wheat tree.
Wheat tree. Mm-hmm. It's for her ongoing issues. Hey, Parker, remember that you're grounded, so you need to get off the phone with Scotty.
That's right, boy. That's right. You hear her parenting like it is. All right. Are we good? Going once, going twice. I think I kind of like 9:30. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of nice. It gave me time to get stuff done. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna balance out my schedule coming up. We're going to school, but I have to do something. So yeah. Gina says we are prayer request done.
Yeah,
I remember when that happens. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what my schedule for July is gonna look like. No clue. Because I don't know what time I'm supposed to call in, so it might be that going on later is going to work for me too, but I have no idea.
The last week of July, I am no technology.
Okay.
No social media, not even my phone. The last week of July.
Cool.
No, it's not. I'm going to be like twitching.
So what is it? Just you're just fasting for the week, or are you going somewhere for the week?
I'm going to youth church camp. Sweet. No phones allowed. They have asked even the parents, no phones. This is revival. Revival. You are unplugged in revival mode from Sunday to Friday morning. So that Sunday to Friday morning, my husband's like, hasta la vista. My husband's like, I think this is the best thing for you. I ain't got no internet problems. I hook up just fine. I got no Facebook, social media, YouTube issues. It's just my connection to the rest of the world.
That's right.
Prayer for my family as we lost my 16-year-old nephew to suicide. Oh. Yeah.
Goodness.
Yes. Then from there, y'all know, if y'all didn't know, is from there I'm leaving, and it's the Southeast Homeschool Expo in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you know about that one?
No.
It's super cheap. It is like $15 to go. I think it's Friday and Saturday. On Saturday, I'm going there in Atlanta. I think it's the north side of Atlanta. And it is, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do a meetup with somebody. But I'm going to go and meet up with some of my people. So if you're going to be there, let me know. Send me a message, whatever, because I think that will be awesome. Yeah. All right. So, bam. See, I knew if I hung out and talked long enough, you'd all come out of the woodwork. So daughter Jen, spine issues. Oh, and surgery delay.
The young man that I've been requesting prayer for, he still has not had his transplant. Still waiting on that blood clot, but he did get to go to Washington, D.C. His grandma was able to take him.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got to go to D.C.
Yeah.
My hand need the swelling to stop interfering with tendon healing so I can get, oh, yes, bandana grandma. Hand healing. Alrighty, going once, going twice, we done. Y'all not tall. What does that mean?
Oh, she popped in and said, finally got to join tall this AM. She meant y'all this morning.
Oh, there it is. We started late.
Yeah, we did.
But listen, by the time I'm done, I only got 550. You see that, guys? 550 steps for the day to hit the 10,000 mark.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know. It just said I got 2 steps. Maybe this isn't so right.
Well, if you're moving your arm a lot.
Hey, I got 10,000 steps. What did you do all day? I got 1 power arm, and the rest is not so good. You have like a really buff left arm, but the rest of you is not so buff. What did you do? It's called Fitbit.
That's like that scene on Dumb and Dumber where they're in the shaggin' wagon, and Harry's driving, and Lloyd is over there going like this, and he goes, "It's like you're running at an incredible speed, Harry." That's funny. Anyway, maybe quote. All right.
Listen, this is more productive than running in place.
Sure.
I'm telling you. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you again for the day. Thank you, even though in the interruption of technology, you gave us the ability to get back and be connected once again, Lord. Thank you for giving us the blessings of taking care of the vessel you've given us in the mission field that you've called us, dear Lord. Each one of us come from a different place. We live in different situations, and we're called to different things, Lord, and yet you bless us in community together. Dear Lord, bless us in the path that is needed for our each and individual vessels to be taken care of and managed and held up so that we can be the tool you need us to be in the mission field that you've called us to be, so we are in your will. Dear Heavenly Father, if we have anybody in here that comes in that has not known you, Lord, let them seek you and find one of your many children to share the gospel with them. Dear Lord, please be with the callings that we have on you, the burdens that we place to you, Lord. We pray for our will to be done, but also, Lord, when our will is not matched up with yours, Lord, give us peace for what is in your will. Give us excitement and joy. Even though there's times that we don't understand the path that we have, we don't understand the situation of why we are here, Lord, let us know that not a bit of this is a surprise to you. Dear Heavenly Father, we come in petition to you just with wannabe's sister that's in the hospital for her heart. Lord, you know the healing that needs to be taking place. Dear Lord, be with Michelle as she goes into for her biopsy and let her be cancer free. Lord, I pray that also with my mom. Lord, and if that's not the case, Lord, I pray and ask that you bring them through with healing. Lord, let those families that are eager to grow in abundance grow. Dear Lord, be with my Grace and the family drama, for the tongue is often sharper than a sword, Lord, and just bring peace and understanding to each other, giving the acceptance that you given the acceptance of just grace to one another. Dear Lord, put a hedge of protection around Sylvester and her family. Lord, just lift them up with what they have going on, and you know the many things that are there, dear Lord. Just bring healing to that home. Lord, be with Mama Geek's father-in-law as he's going through his treatment for his throat cancer. Bring him healing and comfort. Lord, be with Crystal's husband as he's feeling something that may be there. Dear Lord, bring him help, strength, and courage to face that. Dear Lord, be with Mustard Seed's dad as he's dealing with the departure of his beloved. Lord, and just give him comfort. Dear Lord, be with Wheat Tree as she's dealing with her upcoming battle, with her ongoing battle. Dear Lord, just give her strength and stamina for each day. Not a bit of this is a surprise to you, Lord, and just give her comfort and testimony. Dear Lord, be with Erica's family as they're dealing the aftermath of just the trauma of losing a nephew at the way that it was done. Dear Lord, be with the entire family. Give them peace and comfort. Dear Heavenly Father. Dear Heavenly Father, be with Bandana Grandma and her daughter as she's dealing with the surgery delays for her spine, dear Lord, and just let healing come from that. Also be with her as she has her hand healing so that she can go back to things she's doing. Dear Lord, be with the young man that is in Tangi's hometown and bring just healing, Lord. Bring healing to his body, for his pancreas, dear Lord, and for his heart and for his mind. Just sit him in comfort. Lord, we come to you. We come to you humbly. We come to you unworthy, Lord, and yet your grace is enough. Lord, thank you for sending your Son to die for us, that even though when we deal with the flesh of our sinful nature, that we are forgiven. Lord, let us go out and be within your will. Lord, let us be a tool in your toolbox. And Lord, let us do it with eagerness. In your Son's precious name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Bandana's her sister got 10,000 steps crocheting. What? All right. I'm going to see y'all later. I don't know what happened to Angie. She's like, I think her phone finally died on her. I'm glad it came through. I'm going to go eat lunch. It was wonderful spending the mid-morning with you, as always. She might be back. She's coming back. You're here to say goodbye.
Yeah, my phone's dying and my dad's trying to call me.
That's so funny. I'm going to go eat lunch.
Okay, I'll talk to y'all later.
I'm going to take a shower to get the rest of the slime off.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.